Game flow. The active god takes an enemy card, moves forward the corresponding counter, applies his effect, and he performs 3 different actions among the 9 at his disposal. Then it is up to the next god to play his turn. End of the game. The gods lose immediately if, at the end of the god's turn, there are 5 enemies or more beyond the wall of Asgard. There are 3 enemies or more beyond the door of Valhalla. There is 1 enemy in Odin's residence. The gods win the game if they run out of enemy cards without losing. Setup. Put the board in the middle of the table. Place the die and the 6 enrichable world tiles next to the board. Deal a god sheet to each player. Place a number of elves equal to the number of players plus 1. Place the vernier on the first square of the reinforcement scale. Place the 6 enemies on their initial position. Place the 18 artifact cards. Shuffle and place the 16 giant cards. Place the Valkyries on the Rainbow Island. Place the Submerged Island tile on the Black Island. Place 12 Fire Giants. Place 5 Vikings. In an introductory game, shuffle the 42 enemy cards. Prepare the bags. 12 Fire Giants and 6 Vikings in the white bag. 9 Fire Giants and 9 Vikings in the blue bag. 6 Fire Giants and 12 Vikings in the green bag. 3 Fire Giants and 15 Vikings in the black bag. Actions on Yggdrasil. Asgard. Choose your opponent. Discard Vikings. Add to the number of Vikings the result of the die. Add the bonus of the weapon corresponding to the target enemy. Add the number of discarded elves. Compare the result to the chosen enemy's force. If it is equal or greater, the enemy moves backward 1 space. If not, nothing happens. Midgard. If you want to, move the Valkyries from one island to another. Provided that the island is not submerged, take 3 counters in the bag corresponding to the island where the Valkyries are. Keep the Vikings you have taken. Return any Fire Giants back to the bag. Nidavellir. Take a level 1 weapon. Or replace a weapon you have previously taken by a weapon with a superior level. Alfheim. Take an elf. Nilfheim. Exchange elves and Vikings with another god. Helheim. Add to the bag of your choice 5 Vikings. Muspelheim. Take 5 counters out of the bag of your choice. Put the Vikings back into the bag. Place the Fire Giants on the Kingdom of Fire. Jotunheim. Fight against a giants to discard him. Their combat force is 3. When 4 giants corresponding to the same rune have been defeated, apply immediately the corresponding effect. Vanheim. Move the vernier 1 space forward, or put the vernier back on the first square and apply the effect. Reinforcement scales effects. Move the Valkyries 1 island. Take 2 Vikings. Rearrange the 6 first cards on the top of the enemy deck. Move an enemy 1 space backwards. Discard a giant of your choice. Enemy effects. Hel. Move her counter 1 space forward. From the bag put it out by the die, take a number of Vikings equal to her effect's power. Throat. Move his counter 1 space forward. Put in the bag indicated by the die a number of Fire Giants equal to his effect's power. Jormungand. Move his counter 1 space forward. Put the Valkyries back on the Rainbow Island. Place the Submerged Island counter on the island indicated by the die. Loki. Move his counter 1 space forward. Take a number of giant cards equal to his effect's power. These giants become active. Nidhogg. Move his counter 1 space forward. Move the enemy the furthest behind 1 space forward. Fenrir. Move his counter one space forward. Perform one action to try to calm him down by rolling the die. You are successful if you obtain the results corresponding to his effect's power. Perform the remaining actions you have. If you fail, try again until you succeed. Effects of the Giants. Prevents the gods from performing any actions on the targeted world. Cancels every god's power. Prevents the gods from bringing the Valkyries on the submerged island. Prevents the gods from rolling the die during combat. Adds 1 to the combat force of the indicated enemy. Powers of the runes. Move one enemy counter 3 spaces backwards. Give to the gods 15 Vikings. Do not draw enemy cards during the next 3 turns. Move 3 enemies 1 space backwards. God's powers. Odin takes 2 enemy cards, chooses one he wants, and puts the other one back on or under the deck. Thor has a permanent +1 bonus in combat. Frey can perform 4 actions during his turn. HEIMDALL can take 4 counters when he looks for the Viking souls. THOR can roll the die twice and choose one of the results. FREYJA can perform 2 actions on the same world.